Meanwhile, many in Peoria continue to struggle with the murder of an innocent child, one who was caught in the crosshairs of a South Side shooting this past Monday.
For the first time since his death, the little boy's parents are now opening up in an emotional conversation with our own Lauren Melendez. And Lauren, we can't even begin to imagine the grief these two are experiencing.
I saw firsthand the emotional toll this is taking on the family, and not only are his young parents preparing to bury their son, they're doing that while his killer is still out there, and they too are worried about their own safety. I initially went to talk to them at a family member's house, and they were so uncomfortable we ended up moving that interview here to our studios. Now, despite their fears and raw emotion, they wanted to talk to us to help find the person who fired those fatal shots.
I love you, Mommy. I love you too.
5:42 p.m. Monday, May 13th. Lexi Moore's son, Jeremiah Ward, was gunned down in broad daylight.
So hurry, gone. They really took him.
In between mourning and planning her little boy's funeral, Moore and her boyfriend, Jeremiah Chance,
Miss him so much.
Are now left clinging to some of their last memories of the 4-year-old.
He was always hungry.
He was hungry? What was his favorite food?
Everything.
Chance was also there when 22 rounds were fired. He's now on crutches after being shot several times. In the midst of all the chaos, he says he tried to grab little Jeremiah.
Everybody else, old enough to duck for themselves and get away by themselves. So I was just trying to make sure I could get him and make sure he was okay.
Chance, also emotional, called it unfair that some in the community, including police, questioned whether he knows more about who shot at the family.
For everybody to think it's my fault. Anybody who know I would never put him, her, or even myself in that type of predicament.
And there's another person who says half of him is now missing. Little Jeremiah's dad.
I don't finish my thoughts. It'd be him in the middle. I can't. It's just, I don't know.
The boy's father now struggling to talk about his son in the past tense and says from here on out, the 4-year-old will be a part of everything.
It's a holiday, a birthday, nothing. I'm so sorry.
Police are reminding folks who come forward with tips they have the full protection of the law. Meanwhile, Jeremiah's family continues to plead for witnesses to speak up.
Everybody who think they seen something to just say something, because we definitely deserve it.
Little Jeremiah will be laid to rest soon. One small comfort for the family, the community has rallied behind them and helped raise enough money to cover those expenses.